So I'm gonna tell you like this. It's been a mental drain, man. I don't know anyone who wouldn't agree. I mean, the whole reason why I make these videos is to get an understanding amongst the people. You know, when we talk about these situations like the cost of living, we talk about the gas prices, bills, rent, mortgage, utilities, and the list goes on. Inflation, funflation, shrinkflation. There's a numerous amount of things that consistently weigh the people down. And they weigh them down to until they have nothing left. Till you got nothing left. You're just drained of energy, mental energy. And I've said this numerous amount of times. This right here is what's going to keep people from going crazy in the society that we currently live in here in the US. Because you got to think about it, man. This is like the normal routine for someone that lives here in the US, right? You may have a family, you may be a bachelor, but this is the normal routine. You know, you go to sleep, you wake up, you get ready, you normally get a cup of coffee. Everybody needs coffee. And then you get in your car. And as you get in your car, you head over to the highway, to the freeway, where now you are off to the races. You're in traffic, you're sitting in traffic. Your job may be 10, 15, for even some people 20 miles away from where you live. And that could be excruciating. I mean, back and then forth and back and forth. And in some states like mine, you sit in the traffic for about an hour and 30 minutes. Now that only accounts for if there's no accidents. Because as I'm talking to you about the mental drain that this US society is weighing down on people, the creation of all of these car accidents that happen on the freeway has a lot to do with it. The mental drain of the US and this society with the amount of car accidents has a lot to do with it. Think about it. People are in this mind frame of, I gotta get to where I gotta go, and I don't care what happens in the process. That's a mental disparity. I gotta get to where I gotta go, but I don't care about what happens in the process. So with that being said, an individual like me, or even like you, you're sitting on the freeway, going to your job, your destination, and there's a 2-car accident. So that 1 hour and 30 minutes now turns to 2 hours and change. So then what does that do? That puts you in a stigma of, when they get this car accident cleaned up, I hope everybody's okay, but when they get this car accident cleaned up and the freeway opens up, I'm gonna punch that gas and I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly because I gotta get to work and I gotta make it there on time. Because this could be my last write-up. And some of you guys can agree with me. So if it's your last write-up, you got to make it there, man. You got to do whatever it takes. Because you don't want to get fired. Just like I said, I gotta get there. And I do not care what happens in the process. Now think about this. That's every day. That's going through somebody's mind every single day. And when you put that in perspective of things and prices, they keep going up and up and up. And then you realize you gotta keep going as fast as you possibly can. Shit, you can't even have breakfast anymore. You can't even have fast food anymore because it ain't fast enough. Let me say that again. You can't even have fast food anymore because it just ain't fast enough. So this mental drain is causing people to become more and more tired of their situation. And I know some of you guys out there, you're listening to the video and you're like, I hear what you're saying, St. Nicholas Brand, but you got to take accountability for yourself. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you reach out to the oligarchs of the world and tell them the same shit? Do you reach out to these companies and corporations and tell them the same shit? Hey, look, you guys got to stay accountable. Be accountable for your actions. When you bankrupt America due to fraud with the mortgages of 2008, take accountability for yourself, because no one's coming to help you. No one's going to bail you out. Take accountability for yourselves, corporations, oligarchs. No, you don't think the same way. You rather be hard on the people that got less power than the ones that oversee and run this country. Let me say that again. You rather be harder on the people with less power than the overseers of the people that run this country. That's what it sounds like to me. But I'm going to tell you, at some point, you're going to have to stop doing that. You're going to have to hold these oligarchs accountable. They're the ones that are pushing these cost of living prices and these man-made things called inflation, funflation, shrinkflation, stagflation, and the list goes on. That's them. It's not us. That's all I got, man. That being said, my name is St. Nicholas Brand. Appreciate you guys taking a look at this video. Till next time. Peace.